Newcastle is going to be hosting FC Barcelona on Thursday night. It's going to be two European giants meeting again after 20 plus years. And Barcelona have been flying under Hansi Flick with 18 goals scored in the last 5 matches, while Newcastle have been grinding out results with a strong defensive base, but they do lack a lot of goal scoring power. If we look at Newcastle in the past 5 matches, in all competitive competitions, they have defeated Wolves 1-0, but then tied against Leeds 0-0. Then they have lost against Liverpool 3-2, tied against Aston Villa 0-0, and then lost against Atletico Madrid 2-0. So in those past 5 matches, they have scored 3 goals but conceded 5 total goals. 3 clean sheets, by the way, but only 1 win. So you can see that they do struggle to convert their chances. And then you look at FC Barcelona in the past 5 matches, they have defeated Valencia 6-0, tied against Rayo Vallecano 1-1, defeated Levante 3-2, defeated Mallorca 3-0, and then defeated Como 5-0. So all in all, Barcelona have scored 18 goals, conceded only 3, and they're averaging 2.5 goals per 90 minutes. 3 clean sheets, by the way, in the last 5. Rafinha, Fermín López, Lewandowski have all been in top form. Now, like I have said, they are finally meeting once again after 20 plus years. The last time Barcelona faced Newcastle was back in 2003 on March 19th, where Barcelona won 2-0. We're going to go to 2002 on December 11th, where Barcelona defeated Newcastle again 3-1. So their head-to-head record is pretty good. Barcelona won 2 times. Newcastle never won against FC Barcelona. I'm going to be giving out my predicted starting 11 for this match in just a few minutes, but I do want to speak about Lamine Yamal first, because here are going to be the updates. Yamal is not going to be in the match against Newcastle. He has been completely ruled out, and as a matter of fact, he's doubtful against Getafe and Real Oviedo. The reason why is because he does have a pubic discomfort, like a groin injury, something that he did accumulate during international duty against Spain. It was said that the Spanish national team gave him painkillers because they really wanted Yamal to play, even though Spain were doing very well and having a huge goal margin. Keep in mind that painkillers don't do anything for you besides not feel the pain that you're supposed to be feeling in an injury. Once the painkiller goes away in your body, you're going to feel that injury go 10 times higher only because it was ignored previously. And so that is what Yamal is going through today. He has already missed the match against Valencia. Obviously, Barcelona did not struggle not one bit without Yamal, but Barcelona can always do much better. Of course, we always want to see Yamal available for every game and be 100% fit. So he could possibly be available with limited minutes against Real Sociedad on September 28th, which is in about 2 weeks. This is also the exact same date that is expected for Barcelona to return to the Camp Nou. But the target match where they truly want to see Yamal start in the game will be for PSG on October 1st. They want him in full fitness and to be fully ready. Hansi Flick has had huge criticisms for the Spanish national team. He claimed many things like Yamal was already injured before joining Spain. He did not like the fact that he took painkillers to play a non-critical World Cup qualifier game, and Spain neglected proper management of a young player's health. Flick stated, "Spain have the best team in the world, but this is not taking care of young players. Players need to be honest with me and the team regarding whether they are fit to play." And I can see where Hansi Flick is coming from, because I know that when he did come to Barcelona, one of the things that he really wanted to take care of was his youngsters, because he has seen Pedri go through a lot. It wasn't until Flick came in where Pedri really started to be more consistent and be 100% available. But he saw Pedri and he's like, dude, like, I cannot allow for any other youngster in my team to go through what Pedri went through. Pedri played 73 games during the 2020-2021 season, including the Euros, including the Olympics, and he should have never been in the Olympics in the first place. And at the age of 18 years old, the exact same age Yamal is today, he missed 85 games over the next 3 seasons due to this muscle issue. There's also another case of Ansu Fati, who suffered a meniscus tear at the age of 18 years old. Same thing with Lamine Yamal. His recovery was rushed. It led towards another hamstring tear. He refused a second surgery, and now his career never fully recovered. This guy is not even being considered for his club Monaco. Like, sometimes he's not even in the squad list, and that's crazy. We can also say the same thing about Gavi, who suffered an ACL injury in 2023 with Spain. Now, of course, you know, Gavi is going through another injury, and maybe a possible meniscus surgery is looming, but you get the point. Like, these things need to be taken care of. If we saw Ansu Fati go through it, Pedri go through it, Gavi go through it, why are we doing the same thing with Lamine Yamal? Spain is destroying our youngsters, and so Flick's plan has always been to rotate heavily. It's the reason why Lewandowski was rested up until the 65th minute, why Yamal did not play against Valencia. He did not even want to try Frankie de Jong for the match against Valencia as well, and that is why we saw players like Ferran start, Rashford, Roony, Fermín López, who all did very well. So his injury philosophy is clear: to prioritize long-term player health, demand a lot of transparency from the players regarding pain or injury, also refuse to rush players like Koundé, Lewandowski back, because we have seen historically that it usually ends up not going well, and that is just the name of the game. This is how we have to move forward. forward. So going back to this game, right, between Newcastle and Barcelona, there is a lot of defensive decisions that Flick will need to make. For example, does Christensen start in this match, yes or no? And I believe that he will. I believe that Christensen will be starting next to Kubarsi. Christensen is also going to be in the pre-match press conference with Hansi Flick to speak to the media. He was rested versus Valencia, by the way, due to playing 2 matches for Denmark, a international break where he did score. So it's very much possible that we could see Kubarsi and Christensen start at the back, meaning that Eric Garcia is going to be dropped and possibly rotating with Jules Koundé on the right back position. And then we have the midfield selection dilemma. Who is going to be starting next to Pedri? Is it going to be Casado or is it going to be Frenkie de Jong? Casado did start versus Valencia. He was composed. He had excellent control. Frenkie de Jong, by the way, just came back from a minor injury. He has skipped a couple of matches, like for example, the match against Levante. It was due to a personal reason because he was going to have a second child or third child. And for the match against Valencia, he was injured. But other than that, he does offer a lot of experience, a lot of leadership. Of course, we want to see Frenkie start next to Pedri. But I think that in the end, Casado will be starting with Pedri and Frenkie will be coming off the bench. Now, what does that say for the number 10 position? Who is going to be in front of Pedri and Casado? And to me, it should be only one player that we should consider. That is Fermín López. Fermín López is on fire. I think that we can all agree on that. Fermín is the guy we want to bet on. It is not Daniel Olmo. It is not Gavi. It is only Fermín López. I just can't believe that at one point Barcelona could have considered selling Fermín for 40 million euros to Chelsea. It's insane. But Flick always stepped in and he said, like, look, I understand that this is all business. I understand that maybe Barcelona wants to make money. Maybe Fermín is not happy with his situation, but I do count on Fermín. Flick was saying that over and over again. And he personally pushed for Fermín López to stay at the club. And now all of it is being rewarded. Now he's going to be starting against Newcastle. Look at what he did against Valencia. 2 goals, with one being a calm opener and a golazo from outside the box. Key stats in that game, which allowed for Hansi Flick to say that Fermín should be starting against Newcastle. He showed 89% pass accuracy, 2 key passes, 2 big chances created, 6 duels won. He's a very unique profile. I'm telling you guys, like, you cannot find a Fermín anywhere else in the world of football. He is a elite goal scoring midfielder. He maintains a lot of finesse in his shooting and passing. His great combination of play. This guy literally went through La Masia and he's like, screw all that. I'm not going to be that typical number 10 or central midfielder that we have seen through all La Masia central midfielders. I'm going to be somebody different because, like, if you were to tell me that Fermín López did not come from the academy, nor did he ever train through the Barcelona academy, I would believe you. He's just very different. So he could possibly become Flick's first choice attacking midfielder if he's consistent. And so my prediction for the starting 11 against Newcastle is going to look something like this. I think that Joan Garcia should be in the goalkeeper position with Jules Koundé on the right back position. I was literally like 1 second away from just saying, you know, Eric Garcia should be starting over Jules Koundé, but I'm just going to put my bets on Koundé. I think that he needs a good game. So Koundé right back position, Kubarsi and Christensen at the back with Gerard Martin on the left back position. Our double pivot is going to be, as we discussed, Casado and Pedri, with our number 10 being Fermín López. On the right, I'm going to put in Rafinha, and on the left, I'm going to put in Marcus Rashford, who does deserve to have more game time. I believe that he also has a lot of experience playing against Newcastle because he does come from the Premier League. So it makes sense for Marcus Rashford to go on the left and to provide those key passes like he did to Rafinha. And then up top, I expect to see Ferran Torres, who is in excellent form. I know that there is going to be that duel, right, between us on whether we should have either Lewandowski or Ferran Torres starting on the number 9 position, but I'm just going to put my bets on Ferran Torres because he is carrying a lot of great momentum. He could have scored 2 goals in the match against Valencia, but he was unlucky. And I expect him to have the exact same attacking opportunities for this upcoming match. And hopefully this time putting the ball behind the net. And so that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.